David.
This is a story of a man with a very strange fate.
Hey, look. It's like I've grown wings.
The lavatory. On an airplane. Another successful dive. Watching memories called mementos. Allows me to dive into the past. The day little Peggy was killed, I survived. Miraculously, somehow, I survived. In exchange for losing my memory, I gained this power. That has to be a sign of something. The past will surely tell me the truth. Look for D. I can't get a voice out of my head. Who killed her? Just who is D? The only way to silence that voice is to change my fate. D. Killer? Conspirator? Mastermind? Witness? Or maybe... Vanishing from an airplane during a flight? That's impossible. There's gotta be something I'm missing. Are you okay?
David.
Little Peggy?
Sir, are you okay? You look like you've just seen a ghost.
My apologies, Olivia. You just look so much like an old girlfriend of mine.
What's that supposed to mean?
Just for a second, I actually thought little Peggy had come back to life.
Captain Gordon Page speaking. We're experiencing some turbulence. The signal sign has been turned on, so if you would please...
I have to get back to work.
Sure. No problem, Olivia.
Just one thing, sir. You're surely aware that we carry a passenger list aboard?
Huh. Memorized it, have you?
We don't take kindly to stowaways, if that's what you are.
A stowaway, am I? Well, Miss Olivia Jones. Maybe you're on to me.
Is anything the matter?
You mentioned the passenger list?
Oh, I'm sure it's just my mistake.
You really do have it memorized?
I thought I did, but I'm still new at this job. It's probably just my mistake. I'm sorry I said anything.
You called me a stowaway, didn't you?
My apologies for that, sir.
What did you mean?
Nothing really. No deep meaning.
Nothing at all?
I must apologize if I have upset you. I didn't mean to. I'm truly very sorry.
Is it true that there's a United States Marshal aboard this flight?
Why would you ask such a thing?
I heard some of the other crew talking. Let's hope she buys that.
I have no idea.
No idea at all? Isn't the passenger list burned into your memory?
Even if I did know, I couldn't tell you. Why would you care to know, may I ask?
Oh, just a passing interest.
Watch where you're going!
This emergency door is sealed up tight. Just where does the courier plan on making his escape from?
What's wrong with you?
You're a United States Marshal. You're transporting a key witness, but reading a completely different file. Does that just mean you're passionate about your job? Or is there something else going on here?
You? What are you doing here?
Derek Buchanan, United States Marshal. The owner of the memento I used to get here, along with a name that starts with D. Two signs I can't ignore.
I said I'd kill you if I saw you again, didn't I, boy?
It seems we've already met somewhere. Was I offside?
Quit your jabbering. Why do you keep sticking your nose into this case?
I've got a question for you, too. Why do you only investigate cases related to real blood? Antonio Rabbit Zapatero, a dealer of the drug called Real Blood. Apparently, he also has evidence that could lead to the identity of D. If that's true, it makes him the most important person on this flight.
You really have a death wish, don't you?
Yet you might be the one who dies.
How dare you?
You should get out as quickly as you can. I'll keep the fountain pen to remember you by. these look like souvenirs from the trip.
I know I heard.
But of course.
Again, I know I heard. I know I heard.
But of course.
Again, I know I heard. I know I heard.
But of course.
Again, I know I heard.
Snow on the front, cherry blossoms on the back. They change them according to the season?
It isn't totally atrocious, but hardly avant-garde now, is it? I'd expect no less flying coach, of course. Would it have killed them to use a little real stitching? Honestly!
And who might you...
I don't ask for opinions from the uninspired. Suki, baby, what do you think? Dress all the seats white, then crown them with a single pink stag beetle? Oh, yes! Or maybe change all these to black lights, but not too dramatic. Just plain
Does
straight.
your mannequin ever reply?
She's not a mannequin. She's my partner.
She is?
Yes, she is. I'm Duncan, and this is Suki. We're top fashion designers, the both of us.
Duncan. So this guy's also a D.
Some people just don't get it, no matter how many times you tell them.
My bad, I'm sure. Can I ask you something?
I don't need your opinion. After all, I have Suki. The sunglasses in particular are strikingly progressive, don't you think? This is avant-garde. The epitome of my next theme.
The cot that was blocking the aisle has been moved. Now I can expand my search area a little wider. Hmm?
4,539? 4,540? There's something fishy going on here.
Is there a problem?
The west side window. The sun's setting there, so that's the west. The west side window, the angle of the setting sun, that is the left side in regard to our direction of travel. That window right there, that window made a noise, didn't it? You heard it, right? I have to inform Dr. Johnson. Going to Washington, D.C. by plane. Nonsense. Absolute nonsense.
She has her name written on everything she owns. She's a D too?
This is so bad. This plane is going down.
It's okay. There's no problem.
Oh, shut your mouth. There were lightning strikes on the flight over. There's most definitely a problem. The window will keep on creaking. Suddenly, it will break. We'll turn like crazy. Lightning will hit us again. A direct hit.
Lightning?
Yes, lightning. It'll blow an engine up this time, that's for sure. And what happens then, Mr. No Problem? This plane won't be flying anymore. You agree with me now, right? This plane is going down!
No, this plane didn't crash.
What? Didn't crash? Didn't? How the fuck would you know that? Who the hell do you think you
Is
are?
there a problem, madam?
This dumb shit here is fucking with me. I told him the noise the window is making is bad news. I told him.
Well, madam, I'm sure you did. Very well.
I just...
Please allow me to handle this.
Unbelievable.
Well, well. Let me see now. Mr. Young, wasn't it? I have to admit, I didn't expect to ever see you again.
I can't imagine why.
It's outrageous. It's unbelievable. I will not do it. I will not just...
This flight attendant seems to know me. I have no idea when I met him, however. For me, our first meeting is a past that hasn't happened yet.
On an airplane in the air.
You are quite the stubborn mule. The type who won't stay dead even if he gets killed, maybe. Oh, I wonder. If you're going to cause trouble, I may have to eject you from the game.
Trouble? Me? Your watch was about to fall off. It looks expensive, so I didn't think you'd want to lose it. I'm just a polite, helpful passenger. Look, Ref, if you're gonna bench anyone, bench her.
And I heard it. And if you don't listen to me, I don't know what I'll do. Just listen.
Now I've got 3 people with names that start with D. Deborah Anderson, Duncan, and Derek Buchanan. To be honest, I still don't know if any one of them is who I'm after. But there's a bag load of room for suspicion. Isn't that right, little Peggy? The Metro M. That's the subway in DC. The Boston MBTA uses a T symbol, so this ticket was used in DC. Snow and cherry blossoms. A seasonal theme, I'm guessing?
Why don't people understand?
The window noise bugs you that much?
Okay, hot stuff. Let me ask you then. You're saying it doesn't bug you at all? It's making sounds. Sounds that you aren't supposed to hear. What'll happen if it breaks? The plane will crash! How can everyone be so calm?
If she is D, then just what is she planning?
Hey, you! Will you go and check that all the other windows are okay?
Excuse me?
I'd love to do it myself, of course. But I've got to count the squeaks this fucking window here makes. So I want you to go and check on them. I bet they are squeaking away in places I've never even dreamed of. Oh, I dare not even imagine it. I dare not even imagine any of it. Okay, so listen carefully. Here's what I got. The windows creak on a set cycle.
In other words...
If not a single window creaks within that length of time, we are safe. So, I need you to hurry around to a number of places and check them. If you can't check all the windows within the time, you'll prove nothing. The very safety of this plane is resting on your shoulders.
Why mine?
Go get to work. Ready? Set? Go, 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 go! Go, go!
That's a pretty good workout.
Excellent. None of the other windows made a noise, right?
I would have done better when I was back on the floor.
The safety of the windows is assured.
Good. Glad to...
However, there's still plenty of danger lurking on this plane. So, can you handle a double investigation? Something's been on my mind, so I took this chance to reread some old notes.
You have your old notes.
Yes, of course I do. What would be the point of not having them with me at all times? Here's one. 1 year, 2 months, and 11 days ago, a commercial on cable TV. So completely terrifying. My handwriting is all squiggly from trembling in fear. Apparently, as carpets age, their corners start to get folded back. I checked a carpet corner just now, and there was more than 1 inch of peel back. Surely there are more of these silent assassins lurking on board. Who knows what apocalyptic shithole scenario we might be facing? I need you to go and check for them, and do it quick, smartass. Go get to work. Ready? Set? Move, move, move!
None of the carpets were peeled back.
Really? You're sure? Good. As Dr. Johnson always says, inspections only have meaning when performed regularly.
Words to live by. The possibility of her being D seems very slim at the moment, but my prejudice may be concealing the truth from me. Until I obtain concrete proof that she's not involved, I can't remove her name from the list of D candidates. Just what are you planning, wearing your life jacket like that?
Planning? Ha! What are you blathering about now?
Maybe you're hoping to stage a daring mid-air escape?
Let me ask you then, why aren't you wearing your life jacket? What if something does happen? Show me proof that there'll be time to get one out and put it on, eh? It's like Dr. Johnson always says, be proactive, not reactive.
So what kind of something do you think will happen up here?
You're slower than you look. What do you think? On an airplane?
Abduction?
What? Abduction? From an airplane? What are you smoking, shitbrain? I'm talking about the plane crashing. Crash! It's like Dr. Johnson always, being prepared is half the battle.
Who is this Dr. Johnson?
A doctor at the hospital I work at. He's so intelligent and so kind. He always tells me ways to keep out of harm's way. So thoughtful.
So how does he say you should stay out of harm's...
Okay, what happens if you are in a diner and get served coffee that's too hot? What would you do?
I'd just drink it.
Oh, and you'd get burnt as a result. What you need is an industrial thermometer. This bad boy can measure up to 100 degrees Celsius in 0.1 degree increments. It's like Dr. Johnson always said, wait for hot coffee to cool before drinking it. Oh, and the best temperature for perfect hot coffee is between 82 and 85.
Are you serious?
What? Of course I'm serious. Do you know how dangerous hot coffee can be? There have been lawsuits over it. Suits of law. It's like Dr. Johnson always says, you must approach every minor thing as though it is heart, even if you know in your own heart that it truly is only minor.
Were you fighting with that male crew member all this time?
Fighting? I was educating him. Educating him to the danger we are in. He was just like that on the flight over too. You can't be too careful. He obviously has trouble understanding the... See, he's always having to calm himself down with that. It's all here in my notes.
You take notes on everyone you meet?
Yeah? You got a problem with that?
Not necessarily. But why?
It's all part of my methodology for achieving peace of mind.
Peace of mind? Really?
Yes. It's like Dr. Johnson always says, there are no guarantees in life. Find a way to achieve peace of mind.
Do you have notes on that pair in the very back row?
Of course I do.
What do they say?
Why should I tell you? I'm doing all this not for you or yours. It's like Dr. Johnson always said, you must obtain your own peace of mind through your own...
I'll work hard next time. Honestly, I will.
Just this once, then. It's like Dr. Johnson always says, keep your notes concise. Next time, you'll have to take notes.
This really is just to achieve peace of mind?
Sounds like an accusation to me.
Well, your notes are very detailed. It sounds more like you're investigating something. Or someone. You really aren't planning anything?
I'm going to be putting a watch carefully.
Anyone else on your watch carefully list then? I'd say you might watch yourself carefully for it.
You've got some serious psychological issues, haven't you? How about I introduce you to Dr. Johnson?
You!
Ah, the luggage is hitting it. That's what's making the window squeak.
Oh my.
This door makes the window creak. I can use this to make that nervous wreck go into overdrive.
This is not acceptable. This is... No, I will not. I can't take any more of this. You've heard
Every
it before, you know.
aircraft undergoes
Just...
more than 100 rigorous checks before...
What? Are you saying these window noises are all in my head? Are you? Dumb fuck! I thought you were a nice gentleman.
Madam,
you think
I
I'm just
assure
some
you, I think
complainer?
nothing
Some
of the-
lawsuit seeker? Do you? This is completely unacceptable. Completely unacceptable! Show me your name tag. Show it to me! Employee number D-3582? I've burnt it into my forebrain. Once I'm home, yes, I am going to sue you. I have never been so mad in my life. But I'm just practicing what I preach.
As you
Why
wish,
can't you understand
madam.
that?
However, perhaps if we
Is there
change your
any way
seat
I
for
could
you,
talk to your manager?
I'm sure the sound
I've
of windows
been
would not
counting
annoy you in,
each
say,
and every...
business class. The seats are very fluffy, too.
Business? That's, class?
It is, madam. I could show you to your seat.
One where I can't hear the windows.
No nasty window noises in business.
Well,
If you'll just allow me to explain the procedure for your upgrade.
I suppose that could be okay.
What the fuck? In the instant I saw that big man, the scar on my forehead started to throb. It's never happened before. What's going on here? How's security for the transport? Nice and tight?
You trying to say...
I'm worried that you might let this guy just slip away from. Even up here, it might happen.
Mind your own business, boy.
What about security in the airport then?
Security at Logan Airport is tighter than Fort Knox since 9/11. No need for you to worry about anything.
If possible, I'd really like to have a word with...
The hell you...
I'll leave you alone. Once I've got what I want from him. Really, I will.
I don't care a rat's ass about what you need or what you'll do for me, boy.
Marshal, I want to ask you something.
I've got nothing to say to a man who abandoned his duty.
Abandoned?
Am I wrong? You quit the force.
How do you know that?
I'm nothing like you. I'd never run from any. I'd pursue my targets to the end of the earth. Never give up.
I haven't given up. There are some cases that can't be solved from inside the machine.
Oh. I'm not sure I'd agree. If, let's say, the President of the United States were here, well, then I'd hear you out. See, I'm a real patriot. I'd be respectful in front of the President. I don't see him on board. So get lost.
You think you can get rid of me? Okay. I'll play your game. I'll find the President and stick him right in your arrogant face. Is that Cheney fella always like that?
Like what? I don't know what you mean.
He seems... dangerous.
Dangerous?
Superficially polite. Like he's looking down on others.
Not at all. Philip is a valued member of the crew. He's always the first to handle the difficult passengers.
You mean, he handles the people looking for a lawsuit?
No, I didn't say that.
You sure did.
No, sir. I only said difficult passenger.
So, a difficult passenger might be that woman with the life jacket on?
What does that mean, sir?
Exactly what I said.
Who is she to you?
It's a personal matter, but one I cannot
discuss other passengers.
Just a little would be okay. Sure.
Right now, you're the most difficult passenger on this flight.
Who's that giant in business class?
What giant?
I saw him come out of the galley. You can't miss him, surely.
If you're making fun of me, I think I've had enough.
What are you looking for?
Oh, it's nothing, sir.
If you can't tell me, then allow me to tell you what it is.
What do you mean, sir?
The item you lost is... the crew manual, I bet.
Of course it isn't.
Yeah, you've been struggling with the equipment here for a while now. Don't you think it would be better to have it?
That... I'm not sure about.
Whatever the reason, she's hiding something. I might get more out of her if I find the manual. courier is gonna vanish, is he? No matter what trick he uses, I'll get to the bottom of this.
I really need to
Is this what you're looking for?
Oh, thank you.
I found it on one of the seats. Maybe a kid was playing with it?
I just need to be more attentive.
No problem, I assure you. But why do you even need the manual? It's a bit late once you're on board.
Yes, well, I'm new to this job.
New enough to need a manual. Anyway, what was it you needed the manual for?
I'm afraid I can't tell.
And whatever it is it something you can do with your bare hand?
Oh, that's right. I also need the toolbox. But I can't seem to find that either.
She isn't asking outright, and yet she's quite skillfully making requests of no problem. I can play along.
I really need...
Got you the...
I didn't ask for your help, sir.
Huh?
I also don't like the way you said that. You sound like a drug dealer.
Old habits. I brought you exactly what you needed. Doesn't that warrant a thank you?
Like I said, I didn't ask for your help. I still don't have everything I need.
I'll bet that attitude of yours makes you lots of friends.
That has nothing to do with you.
So come on, what else do you need?
What? You'll find it for me?
I've started, so I'll finish. It looks like you have your hands full, too.
Okay. I'd like a blanket.
The cabin does get chilly.
You'll find it in a bag with the tag TFIB.
A blanket with a tag on it? I think she's giving herself a... I'll play along a little longer. Do you have difficulty remembering people's faces?
No, remembering faces are two things that I'm normally good at. But I didn't remember you.
Don't worry about it. I have one of those faces. So tell me, is the flight going well?
Why do you ask?
I don't mean anything by it.
You don't? It certainly sounds like there's something specific you want to know.
Just like you said. No deep meaning.
It's cloudy, but everything is fine. There's no need to worry, sir.
Nothing looks out of place. There's nothing here. Snow, cherry blossoms. A seasonal theme, I'm guessing? That's one fashionable band. Not bad for a gift from Washington, D.C. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. What evil might I find here?
The whole aircraft is shaking.
Why do you have a mannequin with you?
She is not a mannequin. How many times do I have to tell you? Look! She clearly has a seatbelt on. Oh, Suki, you have the perfect waistline. Oh, and unbelievably smooth. A human woman could never hope to achieve such perfection.
Sorry, but it isn't really art that I wanted to talk to you about.
So why are you bothering me? Art is the only thing that Suki and I have any interest in at all.
Are those sunglasses art?
Art that's about to happen. This I hate to say it, but time is moving fast. The era of retro and military is coming to an end. Finally. This is the cutting edge. This is avant-garde.
Do you remember the two sitting this?
Whoever do you...
When you came and educated me about the seat covers? The two who were directly behind...
I'm terribly sorry, but most of the time I have no interest in anyone else, I assure you.
Where do you get the inspiration for your fashion design? I find it hard to believe you come up with them while sober.
I don't get my inspiration from anywhere. It can arrive most violently, but it won't come to you by just sitting around and waiting. You have to desperately chase it down. Chase and chase like a dog gone wild. Even a mundane creature like you will understand. Eventually.
That's not really what I was asking.
Then you need to make yourself clearer.
I want to know about doping. Like, maybe your inspiration came from the use of certain drugs?
Doping? Drug? You think I would cheat my way to the top? I don't need drugs! Why would I? I have
Let me ask you about something else. Has that giant been on this flight since takeoff?
Giant? What giant? Are you sure you aren't the one dope?
So, this is the era of avant-garde?
That's not quite right. It is avant-garde. That difference is everything. You have to embrace it. I have to say, and stop me if you've heard this before, your choice in fashion is I never thought I'd meet a man who can walk around happily dressed like that.
Hey, it isn't that bad, right?
Oh, please. It's that bad. Looks like you don't even have the right clothes to go shopping for clothes.
No, go ahead. Tell me how you really feel.
I can't open my heart to those with no understanding of art. After all, spending unproductive time sullies my brain, damages my creativity.
I don't have a leg to stand on with this guy, but I also can't just pass him over. Not with a name that starts with a D.
You know, I'll give you a chance, though. Prove you can get with the dress code, and we may be able to chat. Just one item. Wear one single item that's cutting edge.
This sounds like a real drag. I wonder if there's anything tucked away in my closet that might have. This blanket is heavy. Really heavy. What's in it?
That's no concern of yours, sir.
Why so specific about the tag? One blanket is like all the others. Why did you need a specific
I cannot answer that, sir.
You can't? Just who are you?
A flight attendant on AG Flight 117 to Boston. And who may you...
A passenger on AG Flight 117 to Boston. Huh.
You remember what I first called you?
Stowaway, right?
I hope, for your sake, that isn't the case, Mr. Passenger.
Olivia she definitely knows. I just hope she doesn't get in the way of my... If she does, it'll mean a drastic change in our relationship. Can I give you one piece of advice?
What is it, sir?
If you want to look like a member of the cabin crew, try to smile a little more. You're always so on guard. One might mistake you for undercover FBI.
What does that mean?
That you've got a face which is easy to read.
Who are you?
Just a curious
I'm sorry, sir. I really do.
Sure. Sorry. I've got someone here who wants to talk to you.
Huh?
Want to give him a hug?
I can't believe you.
Ready to hear me out now?
Maybe if I was 5. Childish trick.
You're looking at the first president of the United States.
File on you was right on the money.
What did you say?
Former number 2 in the BPD drug control unit. Lost your wife in a real blood-related case 2 years ago. Quit the force as a result. Currently specializes in messing up crime scenes with cheap parlor trick. A charlatan who thinks he's still a real detective. That's about the short of it.
I'm no charlatan.
Prove it then.
Okay. I'll guess the NHL scores from tonight's game if you like.
Interesting. Then how about this? Bring me a copy of today's Boston Herald. Today's edition should be going out on the newsstands right about now. Of course, we aren't even in Boston yet. Oh, and we're on a plane as well. Now run along.
A change of tactic is seemingly impossible, perhaps. But not for me. After all, this whole play is just the past for me. The past to which I can come back whenever I... What happens if your witness is abducted before...
Are you soft in the head? How's anyone gonna take him from an aircraft mid-flight?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking. How would you do it?
I wouldn't. If you just want to shut someone up, all it takes is a bullet.
Why are you investigating real blood?
That's my job. Nothing more, nothing less than that.
It looks like a lot more to me.
Whatever it looks like, it's nothing to do with...
Are you... You got any more details?
An aircraft bound for Boston was suddenly struck by lightning. It shook violently, throwing the inside into chaos. And after the courier...
He suddenly...
That's...
Any chance he just jumped?
Well, it can't... I mean, but if he did... All flight path. But we found no witness, unless he was just... I mean, there's no way we'd find nothing after...
It's been 2 days since the lightning strike.
People died, including a John. Just the kind of incident that airline... There's no info to sort through, because we're getting no info.
They're more interested in blame than they are human.
Yeah.
Could the John Doe be the courier?
Nope.
You're positive?
Yep. The DNA samples don't match. We took some when he was arrested.
Fair enough. About this memento, you're sure it's okay to bring it to me?
Yeah. Doesn't look like any families come. His name, Derek Buchanan.
Is this Marshall?
Of course. Why'd you even ask?
It's like penalties in hockey. Tripping, clipping, roughing. Remain aware of your surroundings, or you'll run into trouble somewhere.
Enough, man. The Marshal was killed in the line. Heroes who do everything for their country deserve only respect.
Been checking lobster stomachs too?
Yeah, maybe we'll find bits of them down in Quincy Market. But let's say he did fall into the Atlantic, and that's still really bad for us. I mean, this guy had evidence on D, the mastermind behind all this shit. Let's just hope that he isn't lobster chop.
So, this is where the detective who can search the past steps in.
That's right. Strange that you'd suggest... Must be a weird... Enough beating around the bush. Come on, just say you want to eat.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, go wash up. We found a floater in the Mystic River.
Ah, the perfect conversation for the dinner table.
Perfectly perfect. Two detectives at the table, one private.
Sounds like the start of a bad joke.
An old couple living along Shore Drive found the body. They were out power walking and got a nasty surprise.
Teddy, please. The joke goes on?
Humor me, you sourpuss. So let's call the corpse in the river Adam, our Vic. And we'll call our suspect Billy. He just turned himself in today. Our suspect Billy also has a younger sister who was killed recently.
Pretty morbid for a quiz show.
She's our second Vic, then, okay? Carol. The investigation revealed that, apparently, Billy learned Adam had killed Carol, and so killed him in revenge. Then tossed his body in the river. But something just doesn't quite add up.
Carol's body was fished out of the river too?
Yep, that's right. Suspect Billy says he wanted to give him the same treatment as he gave his sis.
Maybe Billy killed them both. Although that doesn't add up either, does it? There's no reason he would confess to just killing Adam in that case.
That's where I got stumped too.
Adam and Carol were probably lovers. Billy, responsible for his sister, was against the relationship.
So he tossed them both in the Mystic River.
Were they wearing matching rings? Any jewelry?
Indeed they were, David. They had rings on that the witnesses saw them buying from a street stall.
Love blinds people to those around them. It was the same with me and little Peggy.
So why'd Billy lie, huh?
It's no great chase. He wanted to get between them, even if the only way was as victim and killer.
Loneliness can really work a man over. I'll let the boys in Homicide know tomorrow.
And I'll put this one on your tab, Teddy.
Anything I can...
Could the...
David, are you pulling my leg? We just ate.
Is this what you wanted?
Holy shit. What kind of trickery is that?
A good magician never gives away his secret.
Huh.
So, why do you only go after real blood?
None of your business.
Then we may have a problem going forward. I have certain personal circumstances that mean I can't back down.
Personal Look at you. I have a duty to lay out on a slab every single scumbag involved in real blood. Anyone gets in my way, no matter who they are, I ain't got no... Now get lost before...
Derek Buchanan, at this point in time, I've no proof that this... But so long as that possible, I'll need the key. Tell me, United States Marshal.
What do you want to know?
The belief that
Anything driving me withered up and died long. All that's left for me now is...
Have you hope?
What about this outfit?
Suki, just look. How long has it been since we last saw such abhor? You really don't have a clue about art. It's nothing to be ashamed. The art world will accept your challenge anytime.
I think that means no diet. What am I missing?
Have...
What are you doing here? This big fella. I've met him before somewhere, but I can't remember where. My scar is desperately trying to tell me that he knows something.
Hey, enough already! How long you planning on keeping me waiting? Get out here now! Fuck! This shit!
Fucking with my fake eye, weren't you? Trying to take it while I was sleeping? Is that your ass or your head? No more messing with this puppy! More lightning? Bad! Real bad! Bolt! I said! You're never, ever, ever gonna get my fake guy! Didn't I, bitch?
Antonio Zapatero!
There you are! You're this young I've been hearing so much about. Not like I'm gonna spill the slop on thee, though. What do you need from me? Hey, papi! So how about you die, fucker?
Damn it! Wait! Antonio Zapatero?
There's no wait and stare, intruder there! If you wanna know about me, go on a fucking investigation!
Hand over your evidence! Whatever it is, I need it!
Are you serious? You're so silly!
Then I'll just have to take it by force!
Hot beverage?
If you really do know who D is, I'll...
What? If I really know, you'll what? Young-a-ling-a-ding-dong!
Oh my goddess! Suki!
You'll get over it!
Yeah, things just got serious!
All right, Zapatero. I'm knocking this one out of the park!
No hitting back at the pitcher!
This is how you use a megaphone! What is the evidence you have? Tell me!
My precious eye went flying! You fucking dumbass!
Maybe, but that doesn't matter! What do you know about D? Tell me!
That really hurts! I'm gonna kill you now!
So hand it over! Hand over! Your evidence! How about you give up? You've had enough, right?
I'd say the same to you.
Oh shit! Fuck! Oh fuck!
Nighty nighty, youngin'. Hey! Young man!
Now I've got you! Can't vanish now, can you?
Don't move! Let him go!
Olivia?
I warned you. We don't take kindly to stowaways. Just... who are you?
Olivia? Rabbit? The courier, he vanished?